I'm saying, I'm a shout out to Ray Kaz, huge fan of your talent, but brother, ain't no way. It should have been illegal.
But he's
for the purpose of this rap beef.
As well.
I'm finding every single word that rhymes with mbava. That's in the beef. How am I losing? Because kana mdara wako akambosimudzwa na Grace Mgaba ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way I'm losing a rap battle to you.
Your lineage is cooked.
Welcome back. It's another episode, the podcast that you didn't know you needed, but we're here.
Now you know.
We know you need us. We're not going anywhere.
No, I love it.
This is Black and Forth.
Black and Forth, baby. We're
we
black
just assume
again.
that everybody knows that what this is. This is Black and Forth.
I mean, yeah. If McDonald's and Coca-Cola are still paying for adverts to hammer on their name as much as they're recognizable worldwide, we'll tell you.
We have to.
This is Black and Forth.
It's Black and Forth.
Welcome, baby.
Hey, we let's jump into it. Let's first.
Let's get into it. Shout outs.
So if you're just joining us, this is the segment where we give shout outs to those that have extended their wallets to help these, these brothers in Christ.
These starving creatives.
If you are coming from a Pentecostal church, this is offering time.
This is the baskets going around now.
And it being January, this is our 30-day period.
This is our 8th week of January.
So shout out to Reens. Reens says, much love team. I love your show. Asipani nyaya. Kuma YouTube advert kwakuitwa masurvey. Nema survey. Ndafila hangu nasi ndikati better kutenga coffee amana. Enough love, guys. Shout out to you, man.
Well, yeah. Thank you.
Another shout out comes from Arthur, who says, bought 7 coffees.
Wow.
And he said, this is my attempt to get into the leaderboard before Mudiwa and Fadzi build up an uncatchable lead. Top work, gentlemen.
Thank you. You're there. You're contending.
You're there.
Yeah, man. You're there.
Umatandi Zinto says, absolutely love the podcast. You guys always cracking me up. Patiently waiting for the next episode. Enjoy my coffee, guys.
Nice. Lati Satandi Zinto. Yes.
We love them too much.
We like them.
Unknown Trev says, in these tough times, some of the only people to turn to are comedians and commentaries. Thank you guys for what you do. You are appreciated. The appreciated part is in capital letters.
Man, that's nice.
We appreciate
you too, big time.
Munotida S says, Mdara Wakandoro had forgotten gravity works after my drinks. I don't know if this coffee is it for medical expenses. We appreciate it.
Dental procedures.
Yeah, we are sorted. Terry says, Murko Pisa boys dying Wicknell. Ndaikutengerai my brothers. Unai is
what do you have
right now? Let's work with your situation. Panokwana motype. Like, what car can we? Because you don't have to wait until you're weak now. Let's Honda
start
Fit
right now. Honda Fit will do. We'll take Fiat Punto. We accept.
Trimon Pariwa says, this was a whitewash. Mdara Muna, you can't compete with Wapana with scripture union.
Nah, man. I've got things to say about that. Hey, listen, I don't care what anyone says. Like I said, I openly put my hands up and that's okay. But even then, I still feel like I made some valid submissions. That's all you can hope for.
As I enjoyed the entire gospel session, do you think we can have a macheso one? My banger will be Makandidana. Hey, shout out to these are the messages that came through.
I don't want to go up against you with.
Yeah,
look at that.
No. I mean,
but I'm gonna call your number.
We need to diversify it. It's not just Zim, isn't it?
Yeah.
We international R&B, pop, sad love songs. Kwaito, TKZ, Digong, all that. Freddy Gwala, those vibes. So we send through your suggestions, guys. We are not just limited to Zim.
To Zim items, man. Yeah, it just so happens to be that way because the conversation led it to that place. But you know, we got international Kandizi over here. Come on. Get with it.
Yeah, but shout out to everybody sending messages, man. Shout out to everybody commenting on the YouTubes. We see the comments. We love the comments. The thing that I love the most is that we, for the most part, we are working together.
Yeah, man.
I love it. Like,
I like that.
There's continuity. Like the people that we've like, we are now developing inside jokes
for the
you know, people can catch it. Like, oh, that's what they said episode 5. I love that. I was going to say, to that point, in the in the business world, you guys would be the early adopters. You guys would be the seed investors. When this pays off, you guys will be rewarded handsomely.
You'll be at the apex of the pyramid scale, like we've said before.
There's people who join at 100,000 views. No. You guys are chilling with us in the 10,000, 15,000. And we love that. We appreciate you guys.
That.
When all these other people start jumping on the bandwagon, you guys will be in the living room. Yeah.
Like, so, at the Mbombera items, and then we're just gonna be high table with the Lauras and the Mukudze Lambos. You know?
It's
them man. Yeah. We have a coffee from
yes, that one we had to leave. Especially, we have a coffee.
We have a coffee. We have a coffee.
Very special set of coffees.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to my madre. Yeah. She's like, hey guys, I actually felt guilty.
Yeah.
Because she's like, nakutengere my coffee. And there's maybe pamwe mungati mention last time tengonzwa mchongo mention ababa. I was like, my guy, come on.
Nah, she hit you with the emotion. She was like, feel that. No.
She's like, oh. I'm like, no, man.
It's not like
that was just the conversation, moms. Don't worry, you're a real one. You
like real. The real.
You've been real. Don't you worry.
Shout out.
We're gonna give you your own episode.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Nah, we got you. Shout out. But mama, don't think with the
hey, makanyiro msana. I
hope you won't think
no. That the coffees you bought,
Vramrom,
they're good, but they barely scratch the surface towards what you pledged.
Exactly.
You pledged.
We can work out a payment plan.
We can do a payment plan. But you pledged. But thank you nonetheless. Thank you much.
People really loved us being vulnerable last episode.
Man.
That connected in a way that I didn't expect.
I mean,
I didn't even remember that section of the podcast.
I remember it, and I think I knew that it would connect simply because, again, by default, you're already falling into the notion of namdara, you know. But I've always felt like, that's something.
Yeah.
One of my earliest stand-up comedy jokes that I always used to tell, or I used to open with a little while ago, was about how my dad never used to say I love you, and how he was like some book crazy guy who just uses unnecessarily big words for nothing.
Right.
And you know, one time I told him I love him, and he was like, laptop ya diro amfura. So I've always felt like that one connects. And you know, so that's good. I'm happy it landed. I'm happy it was
and beyond landing, I hope all of us who are in this position to become fathers or already fathers are striving to just be better, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And to be honest, this is what I think, to that point about connection, the most consistent comment that I see in our YouTube, Twitter, and whatever is, I mean, we rode on it as a joke, this whole podcast. We didn't know you needed, because a few people had literally typed, I didn't know I needed this podcast. But then more and more, I see like on TikTok, people will be like, where has this podcast been? Oh, right? I didn't know this podcast.
I'm seeing that.
And I'm like, what do you mean?
I'm seeing that.
Because there's gangs Zimbabwean podcasts.
Hey, I ain't trying to brag or rub it into.
I genuinely want to know
into them
like,
men's faces.
What is the thing that is making you connect? If you guys can let us know,
Yeah, please.
I think it would greatly help. Maybe we can, so that we don't veer.
Because right now we're just doing us.
That's the thing.
There's no method that we're trying to say and whatnot. But especially in this discovery phase that we're in, everyone seems to be saying, finally a Zim podcast.
Anatolia was in the comments like,
Anatolia! She was like, finally a Zim podcast. That's lit. Not just a Zim podcast. Pay attention now. Not just a Zim podcast.
So
that's lit.
I want to keep doing this, but what is it that we're doing?
But what is it?
What is it that...
What is this?
I don't know.
What is this?
If there is a particular thing, let us know, guys. I genuinely want to know. But part of it is, bragging.
Yeah, man.
You better know.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
Finally, Zim podcast. That's lit. But you think this is...
What
come
do you
on.
think?
Of course.
Michelin star chefs in
come on.
What do you think is going to come out of the kitchen?
Come on, bro. What you think? Come on.
If you noticed last week, we didn't say, or intentionally, Munasha, I remember you said it, but it wasn't, you said it in passing. Didn't say the word misogyny.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't sing it.
Oh, we didn't. Oh, no, man. And don't worry.
I want to explain that I did that intentionally.
Oh, really?
Wanted to be petty.
Why?
Because there was someone in the comments who came and said, oh, this started off as a funny joke, but now you guys are being bullies. I was like, I dislike people who just throw words around.
Careful with the words.
I dislike people who just throw words around because that's similar to the whole reason. The moment we spoke about that incident, it stopped being about that person.
It's no longer about that.
It just became a funny thing that we said.
That everyone picked up on.
It's very silly.
Our BFFs love it.
That's the thing that I want to
look at how the BFFs were like,
you guys didn't say. I promise you, there's not a single person in those comments who thinks about that person.
You know
there's not a single person who thinks that and connects it. It just became, the word is misogyny. If you say misogyny, it sounds silly.
It's silly.
It has actually nothing to do with the origins with misogyny itself.
Yeah, no, man.
But I also wanted to show
it's
like how do we in this scenario even become the bullies? We turned an ugly moment into something that it was not.
Right?
We could have come out here and said, we didn't do that. We just addressed the situation and moved on.
We didn't even name.
Guys, I would really appreciate if you this whole thing of trying to throw buzzwords at me. Stop ruining the podcast for people who are enjoying it.
Don't do that.
Like if you feel like the only time you can comment on the podcast is to correct us.
Yeah, for once. Just tell us. Anyway.
This is the first and this is the second and last.
I was literally about to say 2 are too many.
This is the second and last.
But I heard that. No, but you know what? I saw it and I thought, hey man, there's too many positives.
That's immediately I took out. I was like, you know what? There's so many people enjoying this thing for me to even focus. But because I was paid, I pinned the comment. I was like, I want people to see your silliness.
Look at that. Yeah, HK. Look at that.
In that same vein, I feel like we also need to stop putting things out in the world because it's almost like they end up happening.
Like how you mean?
We were talking about Britain going to war.
Bruh.
We were joking about Britain going to war a few weeks ago. And then we see the notification. I was like, no. I went and checked my visa. I was like,
General Sanders.
You're saying no public funds. I can't.
I've got no recourse to public funds, man. I don't know.
How can I be not recourse to public funds, but public was? I'm not. No, you're not talking to me.
That doesn't sound like a me thing.
Huh?
My son's not 18 yet, so yeah, you can't conscript.
Actually, take that nigga.
Take that nigga.
Take that. Take you. Turn out to be necessary. Take his entire necessary. because twana maita netuflute like every day maita vakaenda vakano contagious flu yavo kuhondo
biological
warfare.
Cook them.
Take that nigga.
Give me a break from paying nursery school fees, man.
Bro.
Yeah.
See him when he comes back.
You're British?
Yeah.
You fight for your country.
Yeah, hey. Like, what up?
That day.
Yeah. Varukukuda neimiti yako. They want you.
They need you in it. That's funny. Man. That's fantastic. That is just brilliant. But did you feel like January went fast this year?
No.
It ticked over slowly for you.
It started off fast.
Uh-huh.
Then at some point
it just decided.
It just said, no, I'm moving.
No,
like let me.
I'm moving too fast. Why am I rushing? But I feel like it's been sprinting, bro. Because I'm thinking, rent is due already.
Oh shit! I think. Oh shit. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a rude awakening.
It's just going fast. No, it's going fast. I thought I had at least 9 weeks of this.
No, I realized why.
But it's like 3 weeks rent time.
Because I took that little break.
Oh, you holiday.
So when I was holidaying, days were moving fast.
Oh.
But then now that I have things to do, it's been dragging.
Okay. Oh, speaking of things to do, you've got a show in February with you're anchoring comic Nigel.
He's got my bro Nigel's got a brilliant tour that he's been
it's
working
looking
on.
nice, man. Oh, the imagery, the promo vids. No, he's a worker. He's working. The chip of the same block of wood as you. I've seen that. He's a grinder.
Like he's
foresight.
Even like the thought process that he's putting towards this. So we've always wanted to do. When I was doing family meeting tour, he jumped on a few shows. We did Celebration Center together.
Oh, nice.
So I just wanted to repay, that same kindness. So I'll be in Zim during the time that he's doing blues and Gweru. So I'll jump on.
You're gonna hit them.
No,
that's nice, man. Big up.
Big up the slick pastor, and also like the thinking behind it, because he's got the acting.
Oh yeah.
He's got this, almost also like spoken word, like inspirational stand-up comedy.
Oh,
but I think part of the thinking with this show was that people might say, like, there's people that might know him from the acting, will be like, I can't go because this is stand-up comedy.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that it's been put up together is to say, no,
you're gonna get
all these things exist in the same person.
So
it's an all-in-one tour. You don't have to feel like you are only going for a compromised version. You're going, it's chips of the same shades of the same person.
Some theatrical stuff.
Yeah,
I love theatrical stuff.
He's very much. I feel like you guys would connect on it, because it's very much like the way he would do the music, but he doesn't do the music. It's still comedy music,
of course.
Like it's still trolling. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to a few things that we can't speak on yet, but that are in the background. But boy, this year,
no, this year, hey. Yeah. No, it's gone off to a cracking start. I can't lie.
Sometimes I look at the calendar, I'm like, you are 2024. So that's why when I hear all these things about wars and
I'm like, come on, I got plans, bro.
Iran is doing a badness over there.
On.
Trump is plotting a campaign.
Madness. Trump might just come back in the White House and be like, you know that I'm back.
Hey, that was a good one. That was a good impression. But yeah, man, I feel very confident. I feel very positive about this year. I'm really hoping. Like, the thing that I'm really praying for is energy, man.
No, the strength.
Yeah.
That's true.
Strength to actually carry out.
Strength to carry out
because
these things.
that is very fundamental.
Both my ideas are better, bro.
No. Strength and time.
Bro. And this is where they live. Ideas.
Yeah. But do you know who's given up on the year, though?
Who?
Nelson Chamisa.
My guy said, all right,
Say at.
Chinchawura. That's double C
Yeah.
of triple C already.
It's like
triple C means
no, he just took out his C and said Chinchawa.
Chinchawura, and then left Chamisa.
He took out his C, he said, hey.
Chawura chit.
God damn it. What's your take?
My take on it, at the expense of sounding like Murakashi, right? My take on it was, I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to see a robust opposition. I wanted to see an election where, the homeboys are sweating.
Yeah.
I wanted to see a competent opposition party.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I think has been the biggest criticism on Chamisa for the longest time from neutral standing people, which, neutrality is very important. We can't just say I'm voting for this guy for the sake of voting. I mean, although in this time it would be nice to just have someone as an alternative or whatever, just to see the other way. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of always felt like that ambiguity damaging. The amount of times people would tell him over and over again, bro, tell us your 411. Or my Bible verses, just that's not solving anyone's problems. And a week later, he'd tweet a Bible verse. I'll be like, big man.
Yeah.
Big, you've got feedback in real time.
Yeah.
In real time. Can you not just take it on board? Like, look in the UK, right? You've got the shadow cabinet. The shadow cabinet is active constantly. Whenever a new bill or whatever, something comes up and whatnot, or some policy, they are here on the other end telling you what they think about it and what their alternative is.
Yeah.
Right there, in real time. No one has to guess, what are you guys offering? Might question the leader of the party, but the party itself as an entity is its own thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not politics of personality, so to speak, which is where I feel like Chamisa and the party kind of got marred. And in terms of just gusto and resilience and if you look at the predecessor of opposition parties, bro, Changirai, like every other 6, 7, 8 months, that nigga would get his ass whooped. Not even they attempted to no. Like, he'd really just, that nigga would go, how many times did Changirai go missing? And he'd come back and they said, oh, Changirai is back. The nigga would come up looking disheveled, head swollen as fuck. I don't get nanga, bro, with the grooves and everything. And eyes bloodshot red. And he'd still be on it. And bro, they even caught that nigga on an assassination allegation on camera. I vividly remember that, bro. But yes, with just $3 million, we can get rid of him and whatnot. Like, but he coasted through. Do you think Chamisa Khan has that level of spine? Which is what you need if you're going up against this seasoned opposition.
It does. I think it does. I genuinely think
You think he does?
I think it does. Because bear in mind, some of those times that Morgan Changirai was beaten up, Nelson Chamisa was also beaten up.
He was in the mixes.
Because he's been in the trenches since 1998.
Oh, he's been in the trenches with them like that?
Yeah, since he's used that day's student union.
This is only a warning shot. It's actually a tip of an iceberg. More is to come. It's not that we are threatening, we are not prophets of doom, but this is the reality. People are tired, people are angry, so they've manifested their anger through spontaneous action. And it's not surprising to have it across the whole country.
Since it's gift to Ostalo's
he's had the same. Chamisa was being spoken about as Changirai's
successor
for a long time.
Long time. Okay.
Because he was always a gifted orator.
Eloquent.
You know, but
yeah.
But you said something earlier that I wanted to.
Okay, so I never knew that.
Yeah. So the strategic ambiguity part, right? They right now, in retrospect, we can come out right and say it didn't work, but there were times that it worked. Like right in the beginning, it gave off vibes of working out. I think those early victories, because bear in mind, these people were working with the ZANU-PF that has infiltrated every single movement since 1999.
Of course.
ZANU-PF has had a hand in all the splits that have bedeviled the MDC. From the days when it split from MDC Atrangra into Gibson Sibanda and became MDC Atam Tambara and all that. Then it became Yamadam Kupe. Then it became Douglas Monzora. Their thinking genuinely was the less ZANU-PF knew, the less they can disrupt.
I hear in terms of structure, party structure,
Yes.
and I get that. But I'm talking about money. What are you going? You can't just simply tell us that God is in it.
No. So that's the second part that I was going to respond. That there's been two things that have been, I feel like, I don't know whether this is intentional or unintentional. Chamisa as a human being and Chamisa the politician have ended up being conflated into one being. And some of it has been his doing, right? I think in as much as we recognize part of it, that's been the failing, his own failing, to say, in this fight for democracy, right, you need to recognize that it's not just a fight for Zimbabwean Christians, you know, it's a fight for everyone. So to make this message connect, you are not allowed to alienate anyone.
Fair.
You can have your personal beliefs and believe in God and be a devout Christian, but that cannot be the ruling message in the political. Like when we get to the political rally, yes, let's have an opening prayer. Let's have a closing prayer.
Yeah.
But let's not make God the be and all of this political rally.
Right.
Because there's so many people that have come to this thing because they see you as their ticket out of this, but they might not necessarily connect to the word of God in this particular moment because their situation requires much more tangible things than spirituality.
Needs you to be pragmatic.
So what ends up happening is that even the same people that are riding for you end up criticizing you. And ZANU-PF exploits those chinks.
Oh my God.
We could speak about this forever, but I honestly hope they figure it out. Whatever new party they're forming, I hope.
So are you for the new party?
I'll always be for anything that will get my people out of this mess, bro.
I hear that. I'm with it.
I'll always.
So do you think it's a good move to just leave the party?
It's their only move.
Oh, fair enough. If Chawara like that.
It was their only move.
Dang.
They were sitting ducks. They were operating at the pleasure of some rogue elements who could just have woken up and said, I'm recalling Fadzai Mahere.
How did that nigga even get to that position to start
strategic ambiguity?
Munu wako veta.
Yeah. So I was saying that thing of, as soon as strategic ambiguity had worked out with the initial gains, they should have worked to buttress and say, hey, before anyone asks, these are our structures. Before anyone, because the problem is when you start responding after you've been asked, it just sounds like you've made these things up.
You have
to
be
respond,
proactive with some of these things.
But hey, man, we are there are probably other things that are happening in the backgrounds that we are not even privy to, right? Jah Prayzah got a new car.
Oh yeah.
And everyone, including my Maita, was up in arms about this new car. Like, why would he do that? Well, I was like, Munashe would do devil's advocate. What do you think? Did you hear about this one?
I heard about it.
What did you think? Initial thoughts.
My initial thought was... First impression was... he's been He's been used to self-aggrandize a man with a big ego who's just trying to prove a point. That's fine. To someone like Sir Wicknell, that's nothing to him. That's chump change. My second thought is, it's kind of I don't know. It speaks volumes of the nature of where we're at as a creative industry. If arguably our biggest artist at the moment is taking what one might say a handout. It's a gift. We get it.
I think a car at 200,000 doesn't qualify as a handout, though.
I don't know. If you consider that Lil Wayne once got given 2 Lamborghinis by some Saudi
different context.
But okay, think about it. When Lil Wayne got gifted a Lamborghini in Saudi Arabia, we only heard about it through some podcast and him talking about it. No
scale, bro.
But that's exactly what I'm trying to point to, right? If that's something that Jah Prayzah, if in a functioning economy, that's something we would just like to hear maybe in a podcast or in a radio interview, and they're like, and this nigga gifted me a 200,000 pound car, type of thing, right? Jah Prayzah should be able to headline a festival and get 80,000, 100,000 for festival. So getting a 200,000 gift shouldn't be like, oh my God. I don't know. Maybe I'm just dreaming crazy big here and wanting more for creatives. That's the bias on my part. But on his part, as a recipient of the gift, yeah, man, I'll take the gift. Yay!
That's what I was going to ask you. Would you take, say Wicknell comes to you and says, Munachi, like what you're doing, comedy, what?
Here's a 200,000.
Not even 200,000, $50,000 worth of. What's your cutoff?
I'll be like, I'm not a G-Wagon.
Is G-Wagon your cutoff?
I'm like, I'm going to go with the G-Wagon.
What's your cutoff?
My cutoff?
Monetary-wise.
Monetary-wise? What's this? Is to buy me or to just give me a gift?
To buy you, to give you a gift.
Man, you can give me 10 pounds.
Okay.
Do it.
No, I'm talking about the context of the individual being a politically
affiliated kind of guy and whatnot. With me, I'm not really bothered about where someone stands in politics in terms of like.
What about the implications of what people will say like that? This means Monashi aligns with what?
I don't really care. But no, I don't think I'm worried about that, because at the end of the day, I'm not gaining or reaping any benefits of any ill-gotten whatnot. But if someone gifts me something, I'm gonna take it, man. Like, hey, what's as long as it's not something that was stolen from someone and was given to me. Yeah. But one might say technically, technically say the funds. I don't know. Honestly, I don't care. I don't.
This was very.
Maybe when I reach a certain level of notoriety and.
This was very. For me, this was very, very conflicting.
Okay.
Very, very conflicting. I had to sit with myself, consciously, subconsciously process it, because Jah Prayzah and I share the same name.
I know you're guys, you're homies.
I'm a huge fan.
He's the bro. I know.
He's the bro.
I know. That's why you're like
but then at the same time, like at the same time, I feel like even on this we exist on different sides of the aisle, right? But the first thing that I want to say is I want people on social media to start having honest conversations, man.
Yeah, man.
I want people on social media to stop saying the first thing that comes to their mind and just add a little nuance. Because the first step in this conversation is, you're telling me someone comes and gives you, before we even add Windy Wicknell, somebody comes and gives you a car, you're 200,000, you are saying no.
No, man.
That's a lie.
Come on.
That's a lie.
I'm gonna take it.
That's a lie.
I'm taking it.
Why are you lying?
Doggy, Mnangagwa himself.
Why you lying?
Can give me 200,000,
Bro,
but I'm sorry. I'm gonna take it. Because I'm not a politician. I'm not
the second layer, though.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take it.
The second layer of that conversation is that for a very long time, by association, indirectly, directly, Jah Prayzah has been accused of being associated with ZANU-PF.
Yep.
All these songs that he has sung, that have become popular, that have been personalized by ZANU-PF. He's been accused of singing those songs for ZANU-PF. Right? But now when it comes to being rewarded by that political party, that's when you want him to say no. There's a whole...
Come on.
There seems to be a disconnect there. Because if you've already alleged this person belongs, so then allow him to enjoy the perks that comes with supporting that
affiliation.
But here's where...
Whether or not he is or not.
Here's where the tricky part for me comes. When I was sitting down with myself, I even, like, a light bulb went up in terms of another train of thought of what could potentially be happening. Ever since the election ended, even prior to the elections, a lot of what ZANU-PF has done has been propped up by Mbinga.
Oh, yeah.
Your Say Wicknells, your Passion Javas, your Scots, your what. I think there is a conceited effort to demoralize the people that way. I think there is a conceited effort to create a new tier of people to aspire to within the Zimbabwean class level. Because what happens when all the people, all they have to look up to is people whose wealth we cannot explain. It takes out shungu dzatakakura tinadzo dzekuti ndikadzidza ndikaenda kuchikoro ndoenda kuuniversity ndoenda degree ndoenda kubasa. There's none of that in Zimbabwe anymore.
It's gone.
People know kuti ukaenda degree uchangodzoka uenda unemployment line. But people now have been thrown around these nuclear... Unogona kuita Mbinga. Unogona kuita boss Ningi. Because these are people... No one can explain how or why... No one can explain why or how Passion Java has money. Or You Bet Angel. Or Say Wicknell has money.
I can understand the You Bet Angels and whatnot.
No, you cannot.
I mean, the church...
No. Bro,
you grind.
None of those churches are successful to the point of doing half the things that they do.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
My church and our You Bet Angel are successful enough to not worry about Magetsi or not worry about Nigrin, but not enough to be... to
building a hotel.
Exactly. If you now gift... The effect that this Mbinga ecosystem has created is... Everyone ends up resigned. In their mind, you end up... In everyone's mind, you end up believing like, ZANU-PF hapana kwa kuyenda. The only way to survive in this economy is to jump on the feeding trough. Have you seen the clamoring that has been happening?
We're seeing it even in the CCC party itself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you see now, vanhu varuda kutengerwa mota na Say Wicknell.
Oh,
have you been seeing?
I haven't.
No, it's people putting out as a joke like,
joke not joke.
You
mean it?
And these are high profile people. I'm talking now. Think about how many people in Mavuku who are saying, given the chance, I would do. I don't believe Wicknell is the one giving these people money. Because
I don't think so.
The money trail doesn't make sense. I believe ZANU-PF realized we have Kamfana kanoda kuonererwa. We're going to use him.
Good mouthpiece.
But for the simple reason that ZANU-PF has a lot of people that helped it in this election, right?
Yeah.
But they can't be seen to be giving people cars individually. Because if they then give DJ Kwekwe GD6, everyone else is going to wake up as ZANU-PF headquarters.
So like, yo.
But if Say Wicknell does it, it looks like he's using his personal funds He has his own.
So it doesn't become but but it's
Because there's a
just-
lot of people that will come out of the woodworks and say, no, Intaka set up PA system.
and then now it's just to his own discretion as to
Exactly.
who he likes. Okay.
But now when you give arguably the biggest musician in Zimbabwe a $200,000 car, you then shift all the public sentiment towards ZANU-PF being the party that rewards its people. Because be in mind, Sir Wicknell has given people that have directly helped ZANU-PF since the election. There are people that were singing at the rallies, Vakata MC, Vakatengerwa Zimba Mota, people who sang my songs. And then there are people that weren't directly involved. But Mapostor is the biggest subsection.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, ZANU-PF.
Because apparently that's why they get away with some scandalous, funny.
They were bought an entire Vakatengerwa Mota.
The whole Masoe gets out.
Machi. So it becomes the thing, in your mind, if you think that's the only way you can be rewarded.
I'm going to have to align myself.
Who else am I voting for? This car is not being given to Jah for Jah's sake. It's being given so that the whole country can see Jah accept this car.
Okay.
And ZANU-PF is the party that rewards
the people. Join the team. If you can't beat them, join them.
So if this is happening 2024, 2023 elections just got done, imagine how all the influential people are going to be
2028.
lining up to doing things
Come
for
2028.
free.
Oof.
For free.
That's crazy. It's an uphill battle.
For free.
Yeah, it's beef.
It makes me hella sad, hella depressed.
It
when
makes you powerless.
It makes me powerless.
Hopeless is the hopelessness is all that is.
I genuinely shudder, man. I genuinely hope I'm wrong. Again, none of this is said. In fact, it's just the ramblings of a guy who wants better for Zimbabwe. But
Yeah, we want better for Zimbabwe, man. For me personally,
just to
because I was doom and gloom there.
yeah, that was let's sprinkle some mwea. I know
Some air freshener.
I know
for breeze that.
somebody was driving and they parked beside like fucking Kandoro man. You
See, that's my week done. Ruined it.
ruining
it. You're ruining it.
American sports. Have you been participating in American sports?
Not entirely this season. I have been peeping over just to see the GOAT, LBJ do his thing.
Okay.
That's all I've been.
LeBron James.
That's all I've just been peeping over to see what's going over there. I have caught little bits of the Kelsey.
Yeah, Kelsey.
Kelsey or is it
Taylor
Kelsey or
Swift.
Kelsey?
No, it's Kelsey.
Kelsey.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
Chop.
No, it's a genuine because American sometimes those surnames are pronounced weird.
Anyway, but that nigga Taylor Swift, I didn't know he had a brother. Just found out he's got a brother. I heard
Jason.
they won the Super Bowl.
No, Super Bowl is next month. But
What did they win? They qualified
for the game. This was the. I'm so glad I actually know these things because American sports used to look like a chore to me.
Yeah, it just looked like
American
homework,
football.
bro. Like
Oh,
it looked like homework.
First and 10, first down.
First down,
What-
third.
what- But then I gave myself.
I figured I played Madden for a little bit, and then I was like, oh. But what?
Technical, but it's quite entertaining.
It's very entertaining. You
very-
know what?
I just hate the fact that they call it football. I don't like that.
Why are you doing that?
I don't like that. Very, very minimal, if at all, kicking in that.
How often do people kick them? Hardly.
Bro,
their kickers come on like they literally have one dude who kicks and he comes off the bench to come and kick.
They kick less times than rugby.
Right?
They kick less times than rugby and they call it football. But yeah, it's pretty entertaining. I think for me, the things that actually got me into wanting to be like, okay, let me get into this, is the whole fanfare around American sports. American sports are marketed so well.
Oh my God. And they're stat heavy.
They do that whole there's First Take, there's Undisputed, there's Shannon Sharp with Ocho Cinco, there's Colin Cowhead, there's
even
Pat
the
McPhee.
all-star fanfare of it, all-star,
Bro.
all NBA,
There's no way you will survive the hype.
You can't.
It makes it so. And I was thinking if we could apply a little bit of that in our own, like in football.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, football doesn't really need any more marketing than it already has. But I think even some of the, even if we could spice up even the halftime commentary with the, it would be a little bit more entertaining.
I mean, they're starting to try with the podcasts and the shows. That's CBS. What is that?
Sports Golazo. That's very much inside the NBA.
Yeah, they're starting to get. They're starting to use the personality of
I think who needs to get that format implemented is African sports. I think if we started to see that level of formats being done by the Nigerians,
maybe the Nigerians can lead the ways. Nigerians and South Africans can.
I think it would prop up and sell African football, African sports. Because imagine if we have some strong, funny, entertaining Nigerians.
Whatever happened to that African League, which was like the Champions League?
It's still there.
Is it still there?
Everything is still there. It's just there's no marketing.
Why doesn't no one speak about that?
They speak about it in Africa, but it doesn't transcend because every year it's the TP Mazembe versus
Dynamos versus jumped.
I remember Dynamos got to the finals.
One time.
Yeah.
Did Dynamos make it to the final before?
Versus
when?
TP Mazembe, I think it was in the 90s, 1990 something. Yeah.
Brother.
Yeah.
It goes that far back.
Oh, it exists?
That's crazy. I never... you see?
Yeah.
You see?
I think if we take American sports, just make it into like even the subplots, this whole Taylor Swift, Wada Wada, I ache again. I know I don't want to take myself down this lane, but Zimbabwean football used to be so entertaining, man.
It used to be.
Remember every morning you would wake up to Dr. Zoba say,
my warriors, Zimbabwe Saints. Chikwata. Vafana vechikwata vakaita.
That's why I got Comrade Ambrandwe. Because I really enjoyed how...
Who did they unmasked Zoba in the end?
It was Davis
Mgadza, right? Wow. In the end. Then but that was amazing. I love that.
You can see your dark lips in this man.
Zoba had a run, bro.
No, he did.
Zoba had
Yeah, it was funny.
He was funny. That nigga was a comedian.
Funny.
Rattling off the dome.
It was special.
It was special.
Dr. Zoba Nababu's Bridget Gabanga.
Do you think we're ever gonna get another media personality like that?
We should, man. We should. The media landscape is what's just split, right? But back then, the thing is, we used to have 4 radio stations. If you were cool, you listened to 3FM.
3FM, yeah.
So everybody was listening to that.
Yeah.
But now there is Star FM, there's ZFM, there's Capital, there's Power FM.
Radio Zimbabwe.
So you need to rise. Your talent needs to rise above that.
You need to.
But we do have those personalities where you got the misreads, your misreads, your KBGs, your Partisanis. The what we need is just a concentrated effort on a ministerial level, like Ministry of Information, where the structures are so in place. Because so many things in Zimbabwe are made to look like listening to radio is outdated. Like, bro, people listen to BBC One Extra, right? Like, radio personalities are big.
They're a thing.
I love Nadia J.
Yeah. What's her name? Cover. What's the girl's name?
There's
and
Trevor Nelson,
DJ
Edu, Eddie Cardi,
Tiffany Carver, that's the one.
Okay.
Tiffany Carver, that's the one I was thinking of.
Maya Jama made a name on radio.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she started off BBC and then resigned, and
She's like, hey, bigger things.
I'm too beautiful to be
And she's
behind
like,
the
too
mic.
pretty to be behind the mic. Too pretty for that.
Yeah.
God
Have you been following what's happening with Trump?
I just saw snippets of his debate with Joe Biden. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this man stands no chance. It's terrible. He was weighing in on his son. Your son is a drug addict. Tell us what he's doing in Ukraine. Oh my
Oh,
god.
that must be a throwback because that happened in.
Was that the previous run?
Yeah,
Was that
that's the 2016.
2016 run? I thought that was a recent item.
No. You can't.
They not have one coming up soon.
They haven't
because
started
now
yet. They haven't gotten to they're still in those primary. But it looks like
if that was the case, he's cooked. If that happens,
he's cooked either way.
Because then imagine how much slower he is now.
Yeah.
And what did they?
I don't even know.
How are they going to deal with that?
I don't even know what the plan there is. I thought he was going to be a one-term president, and they were working on somebody to come
Kamala Harris or something. I don't know what. Help that man. Someone save him because, brother, Sleepy Joe.
I don't even understand how America as a society is letting somebody with over 80 indictments, criminal indictments, run for. Do you know?
This is where I constantly call bullshit. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Americans, I'm cool with. I fucks with. But America, dustbin, bro.
Nah, it is.
Like, because I'm like, brother, look at the shit show that's going on with just you, man, and your politics. Yeah. And they get on my nerves, bro. The nerve they have to try and dictate and call out what happens everywhere.
Like,
and moral compass. I'm like, brother.
Hold up.
Relax.
Who are you?
Who the fuck are you, please? Because who are going for that?
On what moral ground?
What are we? Why is everyone even stopping to listen to what the fuck you're saying? People should be just like, shut up. Stay out of it. Shut up.
You know who I was thinking about? Richard Nixon.
Okay.
I don't know if you know the story about Richard Nixon. But Richard Nixon is in history the only American president who resigned to this day.
The only American president? Nixon's the only American president that
only American president.
After one term? In the middle of his first term, or was he
in the middle of his second?
Okay.
He had just started his second. So the story of his one re-election, then there was a scandal that broke out, the Watergate scandal.
Oh yeah, Watergate.
Yes. So apparently there were people that had been sent by the Republican Party to break into the Democratic Party, their national headquarters. He was implicated to have tried to cover it up.
Ooh.
His fault was that he had tried to cover it up and hide his involvement.
He didn't have an active hand. It wasn't really, but he was like, ooh.
Yeah, as the thing, started bubbling up and started heating up, they were threatening impeachment. Well, what? He was like, hey, man, let me resign. I think he struck a deal. The incoming president was going to pardon him anyway. Okay. So he resigned. But the story goes, he was so heartbroken. Because, again, first president to resign, it almost undoes all the good things that you've done. You probably...
That's now what, that's what you go down in history for.
I was thinking about, that nigga's dead now. How much he's turning in his grave. Like, he is cussing out like, you are telling... Do you know Trump was impeached twice?
And he's back on the ballot box.
Trump was impeached twice.
That is true.
And not a single thing has affected him. He's Teflon. I thought about it and I was like,
Nixon.
Richie.
Dick is
Dick.
Dick is fuming.
Fundis. He must be. I thought about it and I was like, do you know, Like it's the passage of time, the things that, because back then America was like, implicated? What? Implicated?
Mr. President.
Not my president. But now somebody with over 90 indictments is like, nah, let's hear him out.
It's like giving me a chance.
Let's hear his side.
After a dubious loss as well, he went down kicking and screaming.
Just that alone,
out of the White House.
Even that alone, that he lost and alleged voter fraud.
And it's like,
but you're trying
it's fake news.
You're trying to run again.
On what credibility?
You're trying to run again.
So the electoral commission you want to validate your win is the same one you're saying is bought. So can't your opponent claim the same when you now get into power?
Okay, no, Chamisa. But Magayaora. But to end this on a lighter note.
Damn.
To end this on a lighter note.
Hey, I mean that was just political drudgery.
Yeah, to end this on a lighter note, I feel I was just showing you before we started recording, there was a rap battle in Zim.
Oh yes.
On the streets of Zimbabwe.
Yeah. What was it? The rap market? What's it called?
No, it was just a bars on bars. I think that was a.
Wasn't it part of a Motor Republic rap?
So they
something.
Yeah, it was a. They have it in Motor Republic, but they don't call it Motor Republic, and they just call it Bars and Bars, hosted by Noble Styles.
Noble. He's got bars, you know. Noble.
Yeah, Noble is fire.
Noble's got bars.
Noble is fire. So they hosted this rap battle in Zim. For those that are not in the know, Resigns versus Don Jovi. Looks like people came out. The attendance was very well attended.
I didn't see the thing, but I could hear from the ambiance.
I think over 100 or people.
So these were the two main. There wasn't like anyone on the undercard or something.
Yeah, no, there were a few. I think I'm not too sure, but I think there were some things happening, some rap adjacent things happening.
Okay.
Also attended by industry, your Bigotten Sons.
Oh, nice.
Your K Flows.
Oh, K Flow was there.
I think even journalists, were there. Your lead zingers.
Okay.
People were there. Your controllers. Tafazgo Madzika. Shout out to everybody. Putting the culture on the map. My one grievance is I saw very few women. I need Zim Hip Hop.
It's a rap.
I need Zim Hip Hop to get their baddies up.
It's a rap battle, bro. Even in the UK and King of the Ring and all of them.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
They never have
for a first thing, for an inception thing, the women don't know that it's very macho heavy.
Bro, no woman wants to be sitting there for like 2 hours. I put the clip and I put the clack and I make it stop and I make it crack. Get it? I put the clip and
but that's what I'm saying. Let them come and then get pissed off and leave.
I think that's why.
I don't want to hear that there were no women at all that even came. But that's just a little bit. I'm playing.
I would like to see more women duke it out.
Yeah.
And then that would bring more women. Yeah. But
I'd like hip hop by nature is misogynistic. Misogynistic.
Got 100 bitches and 100 bags and the bands and the
It's like, hold up. REP. My bitches are not ever aya.
My bitch aya. Female dog.
Yeah, but for context, apparently they were dabbing it Battle of the North. I didn't understand it until on the day. Apparently these were kids of affluent means. They have lived a rather, you couldn't tell from the clothing, but apparently these kids went to St. George's and whatnot.
All right.
The one that I knew before, prior to this, is Rekas, because Rekas, his father, is a prominent ZANU-PF politician.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So like that.
Minister of, if I'm not getting this wrong, I think Kazembe Kazembe is. Even if you don't know.
Kazembe.
Yeah, exactly.
Get the fuck
Kazembe.
Kazembe.
I'm not a rapper. right?
Damn.
I'm not a rapper.
Hey, but they acquitted themselves well,
No,
you know.
Streets are saying he won. If you had seen the third,
I mean,
Streets are saying he
from
won.
where we were at.
I get off on the wrong foot, I tell him to put a sock in it because I'm a shoo-in to win. My nigga, no, it's not over, it's not over. It's not over, it's not over, it's not over. Y'all niggas act like this nigga's cut from a different cloth. Hold on. Y'all niggas act like this nigga's cut from a different cloth. I mean, are you like a snakeskin coat? Is that how Ray Cass be stitching the venom? But you are tight-knit with your crew cause you sizzle with denim.
Up-and-comer Don Joe. They must have his name backwards because when I'm done with him, he'll be identified as just another John Doe.
For sure.
Who would have thought I'd be the 1, 2, 3 oldest forefather? Who would have thought I'd be the 1, 2, 3 oldest forefather? No, father, you're about to face more pops than forefathers. Well, it could only ever be the elegant horse swapper turned veteran tour stopper, the four-cocker. I brought the whole artillery for this warmonger. We were supposed to do a track together back in 2021. You remember? Followed by a couple of gigs, but you never showed up for the kid. You a poor father.
Where we left off at, I mean, it kind of felt like.
Streets are saying Rakers won because it was a 3-round beef battle. But I'm saying I'm not a rapper. Mm-hmm. Don't even know anything of, like, you can't even round off my talents to that. But I'll be damned if I lose a battle to one PF politician. There's no way.
Because you're like,
I am telling you,
I'm too hungry.
I'm telling not even
to not have
you have that affiliation.
I'm gonna be cooking you.
There's no way. I'm just saying.
Man said I got too much ammo.
I'm saying. I'm a shout out to Ray Kaz, huge fan of your talent, but brother, ain't no way. It should have been illegal to, like, off the context.
What about the other guy? What's his?
Well, that's the thing. The comfort is we don't really know who your father is.
But he's
for the purpose of this rap beef,
as well.
I'm finding every single word that rhymes with Mbava. That's in the beef. How am I losing? There's no way, brother. Unless you tell me, Kuti, we are not including fathers in this, but I heard Reka saying, Kuti, I got your number from your mother. So I'm guessing nothing is off limits. I'm just saying.
It's a rap battle. I feel
there's no way, whether you know rapper or not, brother, you out here stealing flows, trying to sound like Kendrick, right? Gwenda Mnepi, family yesemuri Mpava. Yay! Dara lag. I heard the blog sites talking about his lack of elections. How the hell could you win an election? Ah! Context is Kazambera actually lost his primary election. Fuck out of here, bitch.
You wrote bars for him.
Just to prove a point. Because kana mdara wako akambo simuzwana Grace Mgabaka and Kazambeka ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way I'm losing a rap battle to you.
Your lineage is cooked. Hey, but boss though.
I know what we are named C10 and they probably have some C4, but what are you saying? What are you saying? I feel like of this, there's no way unless.
Oh my God, that was a pleasant surprise. Hey, Muku with the bars.
There's no way I'm losing
bars,
a rap
son.
battle where Because basically, this is a roast, right?
It's a roast. It's a roast.
It's a roast.
You know, when you put it like that, it's
None
a roast.
of this shit has to be true. None of this shit has to be true. All I need to do is
It's
make sure
rhyme
that
erection with election. You're cooked.
it doesn't even.
Ray Kaz, you've got 24 hours to respond, cuz. You got 24 hours to show us your pen game, bro. Because, hey.
Nah, but he can rap.
Nah, he can rap. No, that was.
He can.
Because
like,
I saw the first round.
Yeah.
And that comfort guy was
Yeah.
swinging, boy.
He can.
I thought he's getting swept in game 4, bro. But.
Nah.
He's
No.
When
like
he came
rappers,
back, I was like, "Oh shit!" Oh,
like
oh.
some rapper, off some rapper, rapidity.
Rapidy rap.
Munhu
Rapidy
wekuti tokwanisa
rap,
kuti
rap.
right tiri kuunganidza mavenges edu
Oh, Tundopinza about zoom.
No. Proper.
Bam bam.
I'll play you some of his stuff.
Okay.
No, he's
Okay.
he can rap.
I know. I could tell he can rap.
He
from
can
that.
even the
But I can
cadence,
tell.
the flow, the word, the speed.
Zvinenge chisala.
I mean, if you grew up saying "Nduda mafrizit,"
You can't say.
you have to have.
If you
some-
grow up with Jema,
Nyara.
Come on, Chema in this
Afuna
time.
kuti zvakadonga.
Zitara kundisifile.
But hey, man, we could keep going on and on. But I think for now, this is a
Did
good
you
place to-
hear the bars though? Damn.
When we say we've lived lives, we've
Hey
lived life.
man. Hey.
Rap. Usimbe chete. But I can do this shit. This has been another episode of Black and Forth.
Oh, it's been a banger, guys. It's been a wonderful one. Hey,
Yeah.
man. You know where to find us. You know what to do. Furthermore, I feel like you guys do a great job with just listening and
Yeah.
enacting on things.
Yeah.
So please continue. This does. Makanzo Amuku said he's seeing 100,000
100K.
subscribers by December. So
Let's do it.
let's
95 to go.
95 to go. So please do share it. Share the link.
Like.
Tell your homies.
There's a lot of people that are
comment.
watching without subscribing because
50% of our viewers are unsubscribed.
What's happening with that?
What is
Why
that?
do you like living on the edge?
Just
subscribe.
It's just a button, man, and hit the bell notifications.
Shout out.
Same time next week.
Bam, 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 bam.